Hi, I'm Nathan Persad, and I have a rather exciting, to me anyway, update on my Always Be True box set. And also my 1968 box set, which is coming along nicely. Here's the sleeve for Back in the USSR with only 3 of them on it. Dear Prudence does have Ringo on it because Dear Prudence does have Ringo on it. Label, picture of them in St Pancras with only 3 of them. Old Street Roundabout on side 2 there. I mean B-side. People get this mixed up. The side 1 and side 2 is talking about albums. Side A and side B are talking about singles. This is my Steady With You album in mono. The sleeves have finally arrived. I also picked up one of these. I heard about these and they're impossible to find. An anniversary version of Decca with like a period sleeve, a red Decca label, the mono on that. It's got flip backs. I can't be bothered to open it now. It's got flip backs on it. I'm dead chuffed with that. I can't wait to listen to that. And inside it's got replicas of sort of fan club cards from 62 and something. Have I shown you the box yet? This will be the box for the 68 thing. I've started to put the sides in it already. You open it up. Oh look, there they are. Mad Day Out, and that's inside it. This is going to be dead exciting when that's ready. But yeah. So the single has arrived. The fake single I'm making to put inside here, which is on a red Parlophone label of Tip of My Tongue on one side, and what I consider my version of the slow Roy Orbison Please Please Me. And this is a fake press release that Andrew made. Hello Andrew. Well, I made it and I sent him the blurb and he... Look at that! Look at that! You see that? I'm still using this grainy Chromebook. I've got my new tablet, but I haven't set it up yet. And it's great. It just fits inside the sleeve. The sleeve, which when you go to things like Orpington and Ealing Record Fair, they print these replica sleeves. So I got 2, one stripy Parlophone and one diamond Parlophone. I might stick them together and have one on the A side and one on the B side. I haven't, because you're playing with your own. It's fictional anyway. It never really happened. I mean, it says 1963 on it because I took it off a Please Please Me and I had Beatles removed so that I could get it, so that I could get this pressed. I mean, I'm going to play you it. This is a world first exclusive. This is a YouTube exclusive here. There's 6 people who watch it. It's not going to blow up in Beatle community, and I don't care either. I make it because I want to make it. That's all I care about. And you 6 people clearly care enough about this really, really niche. And what shouldn't be niche? I thought 1962 should be what all Beatles fans go on and on about. They should all be wearing Stuart Sutcliffe t-shirts and, you know, rating Pete Best as highly as Ringo Starr. I mean, he was there for 2. You can ask Mark Lewison, but you can also ask David Bedford. And he'll tell you, he kept them going for 2.5. They built up their fabness with... Anyway, but that's another debate for another time. I love the detail of this. This is absolutely amazing. And I live by this saying. It's helped me out a lot because I used to get hung up on when I make my albums and that. So have I done it right? Have I got to redo it? Have I got to re-record it or whatever? And I swear it's Levi Stubbs. I don't know who said this. I'm going with Levi Stubbs. I haven't checked the volume of this. Is this going to be distorted? Where's the mic? It's probably too late now, but... Yeah, and he goes... Microphone's about there, that's fine. He goes, is this the best I could do? No. Is this the best I could do right now? Yes. And when he said that just has freed me up with so many things. Another thing, when I make an album, I always imagine it's a demo and that a real band are going to sort of hear it and go, oh, I see what he's doing. And there's one of my songs when on one demo, for 3 seconds I went dum 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 dum, because that's all I could play on the piano. The idea was that the real piano player in the band was going to hear me go dum 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 dum, and think, oh, that's what you mean, and then do it throughout the song, dum 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 dum, and so on, right? So the idea, if there are people who are sort of Day Lim's level of what I'm trying to do, they're as much of a diehard 1962 Beatles fan as I am, but they have Day Lim's capabilities and they have the latest sort of software and that. And I want them to hear what I'm doing and go, oh, I see, you mean... And then they go and make their own improvement version of it. We mixed, and we've got it as best as we could. And I listened to it on the MP3, and some of it is still like, oh, this will have to... You can hear me on it, or you can't. The accent thing, I used to have a problem with other people who've done AI Beatles, like what would John Lennon have sounded like had he blah blah blah, and you can hear like accents and stuff in it, and I used to hate that. I think it's such a shame that takes me out of it. And then I finally started doing myself, and no, I was having a go at the wrong thing. The AI puts, for some reason, it puts an accent in it, and then there's a box to check that says, do you want to keep the original accent? Why is that even an option? Just, yeah, keep it. And, you know, you've seen that, like, the mess my flat is, and these really, really tiny SD cards, and I'm getting worse and worse with my issues, and, like, I'm dropping stuff and everything, and I take ages and ages singing a part, and then I can't find a little stick, and then you plug it in, and it saves it, it's this really long number, and then you're typing and typing, you're trying to find it. Basically, there are some bits of Paul McCartney when it goes yow and ow and out and stuff, and I've tried to retrain the model. I've done it 8 times over and over again, and it always does it in the same bit. So I've just kind of kept that. I've tried to bury it with stuff, or cut it from somewhere else in the song and get around things like that. And then when this came back, I have not been able to stop playing it. Oh my god, it sounds... I'm going to say it sounds amazing. I don't know what the guy did. You know, we just sent him our MP3 and then he did it on a lathe onto this, but oh my word, when you hear that. Now, unfortunately, I am going to talk all over it because I don't know, this is such a new thing, if this is going to get blocked or what. So, you know what you're doing. You're as niche as I am, so, and you have probably more skills than I have. So basically, if you want to hear it, download this, whatever you do to convert YouTube to MP3 or WAV or whatever it is you use. You have my blessing, it's my video, it's my channel, you have my blessing to download it, put it into whatever software you have. I use a thing called La La La, if you have that, whatever, and then just remove me talking from it. That's all you got to do, then you can hear this, and you can have... I want you all to hear this. And it's made me rethink the CD for Always Be True. I'm pointing down at the boxes down there. Do I have them pressed as singles, or do I have them pressed as a double, maybe a 10-inch vinyl, because that'll fit in there. But I want it to flow like one program, and we've got some more mixes of that. The things in the other... Is it? I know it's inside here, so I can't really play you some of those. I'll have to do another video about them, but they're coming along nicely. They're sounding good. But this video is just about this, and what do I do? Alright, well, I'm going to load this up. This turntable's... Oh, that's interesting. You can see through it. I'm just holding up to this light here. Alright, anyway. That's interesting. Right, I can't believe this. I'll read you the press blurb of that we've done. So, I wrote it, and then Andrew typed it, and then I went to the print shop and got it printed. I got him to print it small so it fits in the sleeve and trim the thing off with a guillotine. And it's the EMI thing there with the thing, of course, the greatest recording organisation in the world with all the labels. And the guy there, the Rush release thing, the guy carrying the thing that they had on, real detail this. And I have put, Parlophone are pleased to present the second single from Liverpool's biggest sensation since Billy Fury, the fabulous Beatles. Their debut record, How Do You Do It, crashed so high into the charts that the Beatles are surely set to be as big as their label mates Adam Faith, Matt Monro and Peter Sellers. But it was that disc's bluesy B-side, Love Me Do, which caught attention for being written by the unusually coiffed group's in-house songwriting team of, and remember these names and in this order, for it will be said this way in decades to come, McCartney-Lennon. Boasting 2 lead singers, A&R man George Martin allowed both Paul and John to take one side each of this surefire platter. Decide which one you like best. The A-side is Paul McCartney's newest composition, the fast-paced Tip of My Tongue, and the B-side is a wonderful slow John Lennon-penned ballad inspired by current American star Roy Orbison and entitled Please Please Me. It's sure to get to number 1 in some charts, And number 2 in other charts. The Beatles, They'll Always Be True. So I was kind of chuffed with that. I wrote that kind of a pastiche on the early 60s style. So what I've used for... I talk about how my brain hears like Ringo doing a fill and go, oh, that can be used for... I've got the brain that can think stuff like that, which is handy for making these sort of things. And I just remember that... I've always loved, since I was a kid, that when they do Take Good Care of My Baby at the Decca edition, when it stops, and then when it... John, as it turns out, not George, it's John who does this. He does the dring, 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 ding, 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 ding. I love that. And then one day I thought... That's in G. If you took that down to E and you slowed it down, you could turn it from da 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 to da 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 da. My brain spots stuff like that. So we did that. We took that in G. We lowered the pitch and slowed the tempo. We did it until we got to E. And then once we got to E, that was how that's what determined the tempo. And I said, well, that's what it's going to be set as that. And it's not me playing anything. There's stuff that here the Beatles would not have done. There's stuff I would rather have done. But my rule for this was I wanted it to just be real Beatles recordings. Not me playing, well, the vocals we'll get to, but not me playing at all. Just Beatles playing. And the middle bit, we took from Anna, Go to Him, which we shifted up to E from D to E, da 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 dum dum. Here it is, man. Oh, and I took it. There's different eyewitness accounts. I think there's Norman Smith, the engineer, talking about it, saying it was like slow and it was bored with this and that and this and that. Basically, we have the closest we have is Paul McCartney himself in Anthology. Now, there's debates of what his memory is like, and if he's he famously rewrites stories a lot. But let's say that for this, he is accurate. And him going, "Come on, dum dum, come on, dum dum, please, please me," and me going from that is how I wanted to build this. We took the vocals from an isolated stem of just John's lead. I can't remember if it's the single version. It's probably the single version. The guitars are from they're from different stem extractions of the actual Please Please Me and slowed down. Ringo's drums. Now where did that we got some of those. We might have gone a bit later. We took some liberties there as late as Rubber Soul. I think it was it was either Day Tripper or Ticket to Ride. Some good ones of Ringo going dum. So we've used that to give it that Roy Orbison feel. John, I liked the thing in the Deco edition when he goes, like a bulldog drum. I thought, well, how's he doing that? So did we put a tremolo on it? And we took the Please from Help. We didn't take it from Please Please Me. We took it from Help. There's an isolated vocal of him going, won't you please, please help me? And we took the Please, and we sort of stretched it. We might... What's the note there? No, it's a B, isn't it? It's a B, isn't it? So we probably shifted it down a couple, stretched it, probably put a tremolo on it. You think I'd remember how we did this? So here it is. This is... I've done all this massive build-up and it's tip of my tongue. That's the A side. Well, we'll get to it. So that's Please Please Me. Tip of my tongue I took from There's a Place. Dum da dum dum da dum. I tried to, because it had some good minor chords and stuff in it. So that's all John's vocal on the other side. Tip of my tongue is me singing it through AI models that I have trained myself for years and years. Can I read? It's all there over there. I've got this tribute album of Beatles, Lennon McCartney songs they gave away in a band called Revolver. It's quite a nice version. I think it came out in the 70s, so still close enough to the time. And their ideas of what they think it would have sounded like. And one of the songs is Tip of My Tongue. I have always heard this as a John Lennon song. Whenever I imagine them doing it, I imagine it's John Lennon. Whenever Beatles tribute bands have done it, it's the John Lennon who sings it. And then when Mark Lewison in Tune On revealed to the world that actually it's a Paul McCartney song, like I had to get my brain around him singing it. So I wanted to make John sing this, but I have to, well, it'll always be true. Like it's a recreation, but yeah. And another sort, there are fans who remember them in the Cavern Club doing this song live and John playing maracas. Now I can't imagine where maracas would go on this song unless they drastically changed the tempo or the arrangement before they gave it to Tommy Quickly. So I'm bending a bit of rules here because my thing is like, I never want to do... Always Be True is meant to stuff that they really, really did do. Like, they genuinely did Locomotion and Blue Skies and all those things. Over the Rainbow on stage and Nobody But You, all those things. Peppermint Twist, all of them. Like, this genuinely happened. It's not like George Harrison singing Wonderwall, which is something that never happened. Or, you know, Jimi Hendrix singing Puppy Dog's Tales. Or, you know, that never, ever, ever happened. This did happen. However, they didn't get as far as recording the Roy Orbison version of Please Please Me, so I'm taking a bit of liberties there. And also, Tip of My Tongue, they did not record. They mooted it. They said, we've got this other thing, it's called Tip of My Tongue, and George Martin said, well, we don't have time now, the session's going to run out, you'll have to do that another time. And they never did. But then, having said that, like I mentioned, they did do the song live. Not only that, they gave the song to Tommy Quickly. So there must have been, at one point, some demo recording of this song. And actually, I've heard a couple of rumours that somewhere there is a demo of this. It exists somewhere. Some private collector has it or something. So this could render what I'm doing moot, you know. But I wanted to do it, man. And there's nothing circulating, and I felt like doing it. So this is going to be its own standalone single within the Always Be True box set. Let's listen to it now. Tip of My Tongue, with me talking over it. So I've explained how you can remove me talking, and if you want to hear it. Here it is. The harmonica's really John as well. The instruments are really the Beatles. The vocals are myself. Here you go then. Here you go. And my turntable's been funny. I've got to sort of do this. I can't believe I queued it up. I didn't want the embarrassment of this happening. Is it? I think it's alright. Alright, here we go. The vocal, that was a mistake, but we left it in. I love that. Dum, dum, da, dum. It came out well, didn't it? My favourite bit in the song. People say this. I've got the three of them there. It's From All My Loving. We needed one of Paul singing low. Paul singing low. So we took All My Loving, because he goes, Ways Be True. And we looped it for 3 hours. And we fed that into the software. And that's how we did it. I've got to keep talking over it. German version of Butterfly by the Hollies. Oh my god, the Hollies. Gutting news about them. I'll have to do that in another video. I'm really upset about that. But I'm really chuffed about this. Shall I skip to the end a bit? Because you hear this verse again. The end. You like what we did there? We did the so that's Please Peter, but instead of da 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 da, we went. What did we do on that? I may as well show you on this Telecaster. Instead of a, I think we went. This is really down tuned. I don't know why, but I can't believe this exists. It's out there now in the world for, and I'm not gonna. If I say this a lot, if the Beatle, whatever, the clique of outcasts who make this Beatles YouTube, whatever, community, whatever they call themselves, if they stumble upon this and accept me into the, great, but I don't care. I'm making this for me. I'm not making it for them. So I don't care. Here's the Roy Orbison, Please Please Me. So this is not what I think it would have. I would have think we'll never know. We'll never know how it went really, but I had to use what the Beatles left us with, so that's what I went with. We cut a verse out to keep it to 2 minutes, but they still sing all the words. Yeah, so we slowed down John's vocal. That's what we did. Have a listen to this. People have done their versions of it. This is my version of it. Here we go. I hope you can hear that. Then Anna comes in. I'll talk over it. That's taken from the end. We took that from the end. And then, you don't need me to show the way, love. So you get the idea. How did we end? And the end, we took from that Ringo fill. Da-da-da-da-dum. Please me. So the guitars do stop dead there. We tried to get them to fade, but there was a lot of... Yeah, there it is. I've done it. And it takes a while to run out. I'll let that run out. Turn the power off. And here too. Where's the switch? Oh, where's the switch? Where is the switch? I can't find it. Oh, where's the switch? Can't be far, can it? I can see it. We had a lot of bits to join up, and for months it was like that, and it was a daunting task I was dreading. And then Mark moved. I didn't see him for months, and then we went in his new place. I'm used to his new place now. We one session, we just went in there and spent the time, and I'm glad we did it. It went really well. Just bridging those gaps. On the move at the BBC, a lot of those are taken from home recordings, and they cut dead like that, and they put this fake kind of reverb at it, like not on the whole song, just on the ends. So on the fans tape, it would go dum dum dum, like dum dum dum, and then the way they edited it for the CD for the Move BBC sessions, it goes dum dum dum, like that. I can't explain it, and I said to Mark, can we do stuff like that for the bit, because it'll go plee plee and then like that all the way through, da 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 da, last, and he was brilliant. He found a great program, plugin, whatever the word is, and all of those bridges, he put like the reverb thing, and it basically joined them all up. So slight thing at the end, when you listen to it on headphones, you do hear the guitar ring out, but yeah, it does sound like it just goes dum, dum. But we got a nice cymbal trail. That's it. A slow version of Please Please Me, fake parlophone label, Tip of My Tongue, Beatles Fantasy second single. So it's an imaginary world where they did record How Do You Do It, and Love Me Do was the B-side, and people were like, and it got really high in the charts, and people go, who are these guys? Well, they write their own songs, and then those are the two that would have been, well, John goes, hey, I got this thing called Please Please Me, it's a slow thing, and Paul goes, hey, well, I got this thing called Tip of My Tongue, and then they do them both, and people are going, hey, have you heard of this new group called the Beatles? Yeah, they've got two. They've got this guy called John, this guy called Paul. Well, he can be my favourite, and he can be your favourite, and so on. Put the press release in there. That is going in the box. There's probably a ton I forgot to talk about, but that's enough. 24 minutes. Always Be True now has this addition to it. I wanted this as part of it, and I'm still working on the CD. What have I got to get made? A couple more of the records, but it's coming together. It's coming together. Always be true. Oh no, they're gonna go come together. Oh god, yeah, very good. Right, Harry Krishna. Where's the stop button? Here it is.